My name is Felicia Kazer, and I teach 8th grade science at the Deborah McCormick K-8 school in Dorchester. I was in the BTR class of 2007, which was the 4th cohort, and that's my job. So my work is more complicated than my job. And my work is really about specifically middle school students, and specifically in Boston. And what I mean by that is I have to really enjoy working with this age group, because there was just like a lot of transitions that they're going through, and a lot of it's middle school. It's crazy. It's a crazy time of life. So it's really about kind of meeting them where they're at and having conversations, checking in a lot, like just being there for them, loving them a lot no matter where they are or how they're feeling that day, and be really interested in them. And it's about sort of like helping them develop the skills that I think are really important for them to, be able to communicate with each other, be able to listen to one another respectfully, be able to participate in a classroom setting where they're taking themselves seriously as students, and where they're taking themselves seriously as scientists too, and where they can see themselves as scientists, and where they can see themselves as students of science. My work is about working in a struggling school that is making progress, that is slow and steady, and sometimes frustrating, and sometimes really rewarding. And I've been at my school for 6 years, and just sort of a big part of my work is being a member of my school community and sticking it out and being a positive, contributing member of my school community, where I take on various leadership roles sometimes, where I take a back seat sometimes and just listen, where I help mentor other teachers who are just learning, or I am an ear for teachers who are having a hard time, where I work with my principal on ideas that he's having about how to improve such and such initiative at the school, and where the school is a project. It's a major project in the lives of students and families, and it is an imperfect place that is constantly being formed. And a big part of my work is being a part of that creation. Being a member of a team is a big part of my work, being accountable and being responsible and following up with what I say I'm going to follow up with, whether it be planning a field trip or calling a parent or conferring with a student or sending an email. It's all of the sort of extra pieces that, make me a really, a contributing member of the team. My work is also a lot about sort of like, about feeling the places where it's really hard, like the places where it gets really hard for my students, whether it be because they're going through a crisis in their home life, or because they've already gone through crisis in their home life, or because their families have just immigrated to the United States and there are major language or cultural barriers, or there's financial struggles, or there's violence, or there's a lot of just listening and being compassionate and being respectful to the experience of other people that I do not know, and the experience that is not mine, but that I can be sensitive to as a human, and I can be loving to my students, because they are incredible beings that I feel like I have the privilege to spend time with. And sometimes it's, okay, I hear that you're having a really hard time, and that really sucks, and I need you to still work really hard right now. And so part of my work also is figuring out when to push and when to kind of give a hug and hold back. And my work is about holding kids to really high standards and making them know that I expect high things, high level work from them. I feel like my work as a public school teacher in the city is really connected to who I am as a person. And I always sort of have had this strong sense of social justice is just really important to me and to my family. And it has felt like through being a public school teacher in Boston, I can get really close to the change that I feel like needs to be made in this country in order for working class families and immigrant families to have opportunities that I think all people should be able to have. It feels like I am closest to the social change work that I want to do when I am working directly with students.